So evidently, the Russian generals that had been put in place of the Russian generals who were put in place from the Russian generals who were put in place from the Russian generals that were killed still haven't learned a damn thing about warfare. Jesus, get the fucking book, okay? Sun Tzu, and try to educate yourself so you're not just wasting the lives of young Russians, okay, who don't want to be fighting in the first place. And you will understand once you read that book that you have lost the war. You do not have the moral law on your side. You cannot afford 1,000 ounces of silver a day. You do not have, the allies that you need. Your supply lines are fucked. Your emperor is fucked. And this is a one-man war. When are you guys going to wake the hell up? So what are they doing? What are they doing? Exactly what Sun Tzu told them not to do. Okay? If you concentrate your forces in an area, then you just simply do not fight that area. You find the weak point in that line, and there's going to be a weak point in that line. Otherwise, your line will be weak. Okay? He said, if you strengthen your left, your right will be weakened. If you strengthen your right, your left will be flank will be weakened. If you strengthen your van, then your rear will be weakened. If you strengthen your rear, then your van will be weakened. He understood the idea that you cannot have 1,000-mile fucking front line. What this allows your enemy to do is to attack a smaller number of people like this. Bing, 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 with massively superior forces. They don't get it. This is why I've studied warfare my whole life. I understand the ludicrousness of what they're doing and the fact they're manpower. Oh, so Sun Tzu's number one rule was to treat your men with love like they're your sons. You need discipline above all else, but at the same time, you have to treat your men like they're your sons. Do you see that happening in Russia? Nothing, not a single fucking thing are they doing that one of the greatest war generals in the history of our planet said, don't do this. That's what the Russians do immediately. Did you see the other day when they piled up all their fucking vehicles? Oh, well, let's just make a perfectly line of vehicles right here so they can bring in 6 HIMARS, and they just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was horrible to watch in its devastation. Those Russian soldiers were just simply ignorant, sublimely ignorant. Here, let's stack all of our tanks together. I can tell you right now, that 40-mile line of vehicles that they had stacked up, oh my. If you don't think, listen, they cannot do another one of those massive attacks. If they try, they will be wiped out en masse now. If I was a Ukrainian general, I would sucker them into thinking, oh yeah, right here is safe. Park 50 of your tanks and your supplies and your trucks and your APCs and all of your barracks and everything. Let's just concentrate them right here. That's what Sun Tzu said to do. Build a golden bridge to the defeat for your enemy. Build a golden bridge for him. Fuck. What is wrong with them? See, this is Vladimir Putin, the fucking maniac, making all the calls. This is what happened in Vietnam, okay? You literally had Tricky Dicky Nixon sitting in his office with maps marking targets for the Air Force to attack, not knowing the first fucking thing about what the hell he was doing. Well, we can't blow this up because it's political, but we can blow this up because it's not political. What the fuck? Is that how you end a war? No, that's how you prolong a war for 15 years. That's how you prolong a war. It's insanity. So if whatever the Russians, if they think they're going to dig in and be safe, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Let alone arming the Ukrainians with your own weapons, they are still getting advanced weapons from every other country besides the ones that are headed up by, I am your leader, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Those are who his friends are, other strong men who think that, well, if I hang out with birds of a feather flock together, you know what I mean? The Russians are just, they're stupid. Everything that they're doing is stupid. Okay? This is why when you're walking down someplace hot, you don't have 10 guys all walking shoulder to shoulder so that one damn grenade can kill everybody. That's exactly what the Russians do. Jeez. It's frustrating for me because I understand that the majority of those Russians do not want to be there. They don't want to be there. They were just snatched off the fucking street, thrown in some cheap-ass damn uniform without even any boots, given a rusty gun with no ammunition, and kicked out into the middle of a fucking field. Here you go. Okay, that is not the enemy. The enemy is sitting in the Kremlin.